Everyone wants to build the next app, the next brand, something that looks good on a slide. Meanwhile, a guy running a vending machine route in 3 strip malls is quietly clearing more than most startup founders, and nobody's making a documentary about him. That's the part nobody wants to hear. The businesses that actually make money reliably are usually the ones too boring to post about. I'm Mr. Kraft. I've looked at enough balance sheets to tell you, glamour and profit margin have almost nothing to do with each other. Let's talk about the boring businesses that actually work and why the boring part is the whole point. First, understand why boring wins. Exciting businesses attract competition. Everyone wants to start a coffee brand. Almost nobody wants to run a commercial pressure washing service. That lack of competition isn't an accident. It's the entire opportunity. Boring keeps other people out. Business 1. Laundromats. Nobody dreams about owning a laundromat. That's exactly why it works. Low customer churn, cash-heavy, minimal staffing, and the equipment runs itself once it's installed. A decent laundromat in the right location can throw off $4,000 to $8,000 a month in pure cash flow, and the biggest risk, a machine breaking, costs you a repair bill, not your entire business model. Business 2. Vending machines and micro-vending routes. This one gets dismissed as a joke, which is exactly why it's underpriced. A route of 15 to 20 machines, restocked weekly, can run almost entirely on autopilot once it's set up. I know someone who built a small route to $3,000 a month and profit working about 6 hours a week. Not retire at 30 money. But 6 hours a week for $3,000 is a return most side hustles can't touch. Business 3. Commercial cleaning contracts. Not residential, commercial. Office buildings, medical clinics, gyms. These contracts are recurring, boring, and unsexy, which means most of your competitors are small operators who never scale past themselves. Land 3 or 4 solid contracts. Hire a small crew, and you've built a business that runs without you standing in the room mopping a floor. The margins aren't flashy. The consistency is the entire product. Business 4. Portable storage and equipment rental. Dumpsters, storage containers, party rental equipment. None of it requires innovation. It requires capital, logistics, and showing up reliably. People will always need a dumpster during a renovation and a tent for an event. This is infrastructure, not a trend, which means it doesn't die when the algorithm changes. Business 5. Home services nobody wants to do themselves. Gutter cleaning, pressure washing, pool maintenance. Every one of these has the same profile. Recurring need, physically unpleasant enough that most homeowners will pay to avoid it, and low barrier to entry if you're willing to actually do the work early on. This is where a lot of 6-figure solo operators quietly live. Not on a stage, not on a podcast, just running routes. Here's the pattern connecting all 5. None of them require an idea. They require execution on something that already, provably works. That's the trade you're making. You give up the excitement of disrupting an industry, and in exchange you get demand that already exists, competitors who don't want to do the boring parts, and cash flow that doesn't depend on going viral. Let me be direct about the trade-off, because I'm not going to pretend it's effortless. These businesses are unglamorous in a very literal sense. You're dealing with machines, routes, physical labor, and logistics, not a pitch deck. If your goal is prestige, none of these will scratch that itch. If your goal is cash flow that doesn't depend on anyone's attention span, this is where it actually lives. 2 people start with the same $10,000. One spends it building an app nobody asked for. The other buys 4 pressure washers and books 15 driveways in the first month. A year later, one of them has a beautiful pitch deck and no revenue. The other has a small, boring, profitable business that runs every single week whether anyone's watching or not. That's the real difference between a business and a hobby with a logo. If this shifted how you think about starting something, subscribe. This channel is built around what actually works, not what looks good in a headline. And tell me, which boring business would you actually be willing to run? Drop it in the comments.